Good evening, folks. It's 2055 on the 6th day, 4th month, 2023. Let me put my mic where I'm happy with it and see if I can make as many annoying noises as possible along the way. Right, here we go. It's that day. Let's do it's kind of stalling. The low is way up here, so I'll show you it in motion first and the infrared satellite image. And about the best you'll see of it is over here. And the low's about here. Not way out to see yet. Excuse me, that was my din telling me I enjoyed it. Anyways, we got boom plumes here. A big line of them there, and there. A big square there, and all sorts of tendrilizing. And I did notice a bit of a flow, interruption along a straight line here. And I said, all right, you got a radar active. I'm well aware that that Auckland has been beaming on and off down through here. So I said, well, Gisborne or somebody is on, shooting up this direction here. It's a guider. It won't let stuff come through that spot. You know, if this thing would have come up and over the island and come through here a lot less harmlessly for this coast here, they're actually directing it past, so the flow circulates back around. And so I went and I looked and like, right, is there a beam on? Yes. And when I go to the New Zealand picture itself, I go, right, what's Wellington in this area doing? Anything that can hit a beam straight up the coast, and their radar's offline. But if this radar here shot a beam straight up the coast, I know I said Gisborne earlier, I got the town wrong, it would make that line straight out to sea here. So very effectively putting a gate on and fluctuating this on and off, pulsating it, allows just enough of a flow to keep things going internally. And a bunch of stuff has popped up. Now I'll go back to Hawke's Bay. Has popped up along these lines in here. It's looked like chem bombs to me going over the top of this massive of clouds here. Just getting fried, Auckland style. It's like, have it down south, have it. We don't want to. But you're still getting some totals down there. Your main event's coming on Easter. This is round 1. All right, so all you in panic mode, you get a big straight line just zipping straight across this corner over here. So you're going to experience some very high totals through there over the next 24 and 36 hours. Beam swaths showing up through here, coming this direction here. Not quite edited from the feed. See a few of them. And you know, this is what controls flows. Heats it up just enough. He's squaring that edge off there. Bzzzt. Bzzzt. So, if the low is centered over here, and this is your latest, greatest, not so greatest satellite image, this is not the center yet. The center is up here. It's still coming down. It's almost exactly right here now. You see the bombs right here? That's the center of a circle circulation that's going on. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know what that tic-tac-toe looking square-ish stuff is there, and there's squiggles out here to see. These are chemicals, catalysts in the sky. And updates again. And again, the geoengineering is quite evident. The zipper line off the coast of Auckland here, on the other coast here on the west, facing the Tasman Sea. Crushes and nuts. This is chem bomb deployments that they would call a feeder ban. Chemtrails across the sea itself. Coming out here to the main body, they're slamming down, bumping into this one's causing a lot of havoc. I'll just run that now. Here comes some problems. A big heavy tendril here. This one here. Feeding in. If it's going to hit the tip, some of it'll come around the backside and feed through Cooks. And this here is pinned. So to walk that across the top now, they'll have to turn the Auckland radar off as this body comes down. So I'm kind of expecting that to happen. To allow more of a flow, and this will come through the wake of that much easier. Of course, here's what they say you can expect. I think it would just be better to do that now. I know there's a lot of worried folks over there, so I went a little earlier. All right, here's what you can expect. They're saying the low is there, so that's, I would consider that inaccurate. That's about right. It's splitting that vortex right now. So let's go with this for right now. Then it's going to stall. And until this pushes over from here, that'll pretty much hang out. It just keeps pumping moisture up and back around. And the closer this gets to the finger here, with the center of the low, with that particular bar line right there where my middle finger is, the more it's going to impact the Hawke's Bay area. It's just how that's going to work. And you're going to get a good sucking of water from this event. They say that your accumulations over the next 3 days is rather high. That's before the next batch hits. Right? Remember I said it was going to be very high over the 10s. And then the whammo is going to come ashore. And I'm not sure that total is quite as accurate as this one, because it's not really taking into account what's coming in now. And it's showing this entire area inundated. I wouldn't, and how close that comes there depends on, is going to definitely reflect on how much water's coming to this area. So I would be very vigilant and react, because all it takes is a tendril spinning a little wild, and then one could come wild through here. This is a very volatile situation, as they're going to bring that whopping batch of moisture. And Axis is saying you're all fucked. They're talking the 25 centimeters added to what you're getting now is going to give you that 30. My God, you poor folks. And then you got that behind that, there will be more, because there's more racing that way across the sea into Oz, and to continue that cycle of bomb, bomb, bad, bad, boom, boom, plum, plum, swell the streams, kill the dreams kind of situation. New Plymouth gets the same old situation. The soggy thumb. Really, man, this is bad. Bad, 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 bad. If I zoom back on the access, they're saying the New Plymouth area here is at absolute nearly a half a meter to be impacting you on the second batch. Well, they're saying they're at 300 mils. That's a whopping lot. So, New Plymouth, you're going to have some swollen streams and then some killed dreams. In Inglewood, looks like you're right in the path to, oh, maybe they want a junction here. Oh, no, this is just a bad situation that's developing as all them rains hit these mountains and this volcano over here and races down these tributaries. There's going to be great bits of erosion, and I just hope it doesn't affect the caldera too much. You poor folks, it's turning into one of those situations. And as I'm looking toward the Nelson, some of the totals that are being predicted on Axis are in excess of 20 centimeters. You guys are really in a bad situation. Right, I'm gonna just roll the forecast a bit. This is very depressing. Let's give you the let's turn some of that off. Let's go back to the beginnings, and then I'll roll West Coast Australia separately. Alright, Coastal Australia, I want you to keep a good eye on this, of what's coming. And this kind of shows you some of the amount of tendrils that are still in this New Zealand. But Australia, you're this is the chem bombs here are coming over there, so you guys might want to pay attention to this, New Zealand, because this is your business too. Because what goes up must come down. And everybody look what's going down. Boom, boom. The battle lines have been drawn. They microwaved our children from a state house over here. They drew first blood years ago. Now as we head into the Easter Bunny day, the Easter Bunny decided to bring a basket of water. Can't they give a break? Just one weekend of all weekends of all. Well, when the tendrils of Kambimes look like that angel of death itself, on the weekend it claimed about the angel of death, this is a very, very sad situation. Very disheartening. You're being nailed to the cross that weekend. Well, it's time for us to rise. It's time for us to remember who we are and why we're here. We are here to fix things because we can. We're here to love things because we are love. And we dang sure have to know what not to love. And I don't love what they do right here. And I don't have to. I love all the creatures that they're doing this to, enough to speak my mind. As we head into the Easter weekend, I'm looking like numbers have been drawn in the sky here. Over parts of southern New South Wales, northern Victoria. And over here in Tasmania, the maniacs have been very, very busy with the tendrils. If they were colored green, it would have more of an impact maybe on people's minds to see that this might possibly be harmful. Just imagine it's green. But somebody gave somebody the green light to do this without even asking you. See the big boom there at the end? Boom! Blowing out a full circle. I mean, hardly a spot on this planet I can find without a cloud. That has something to do with man-made weather. Toxins racing over. So you could see where the direction of flow is from tropical air. It mixed through with the stuff here zoomed up from Antarctica. You know you're going to have problems along the trough in this road. You're going to have some decent totals along the next 36 hours through here. The accumulations. That's not very accurate. I can see the storms. How about we try here? Whammo. The trough caps it. Melbourne area cops it. The suburbs. The land grabbers want the suburbs the most. Healyville, what they healing today is more like Steelyville when they grab your land. How about we looking on the fives? Not much of a difference. That's good to see. But I'm more worried about this place over here. That when I hit this stat, I'm going to cringe. I'm going to zoom all the way to the west coast. Go, close my eyes for a second and go. Right, how we looking? Oh my God. Fuck. Right. Kind of Titchy over there. Richie Titchy is going to be very saggy in the bottom. And the lakes are going to get quite filled. And it's going to pretty much looks like the Marble Bar area. He's going to get the Cappingtons. Hey, like 3/6 here. It is very devilish weather. Evil fucking bastards doing this shit to people. Fucking hell. Yeah, I'm gonna be watching this very closely. I want to see how they bring the moisture down. So we'll kind of study the EMF beams a bit of how they're gonna move this down. And the best way that I find to do that is to go with the weather radar and just look and see if there's anything like these beams over here preventing things from going down, like those beams shooting off there. Bzzz. You got a lot of more frying going on here than an old fried rice restaurant. When you're making oolong noodles or something, bzzz, a whack is frying over there in that place. There's an actual place called sarong. Did they invent the sarong, and was it wrong to rent the sarong? And then wear it when you're not on holiday? I don't know. So I watch for how they're going to move the moisture around through these little islands, through these little passes, by creating various EMF walls and stuff like you see the New Zealand radar doing here. The fry bastard right there. I'm watching. I see what you're doing. I'm watching the big fry because this is what let me said something's going on here because I saw a line shooting up. Yeah, man, New Zealand was shooting up and it was staying stationary. And then it was not a surprise to see that that radar station was off. And that's your last image. It kind of shows the wall they've created and left open here for flow to kind of guide its way in across the sea. And that'll get redirected later. It looks like your burnt pine island is definitely living up to the fried pine island, and it's adding to it with a beam coming south. You just barely see a tickle of it coming down there amongst these looking like big Legos. Yeah, we've got a great image, eh? So I'll be watching very scientifically, if you will, to see how they move that moisture through those various straits and islands. The Kansas. Lake Kansas. Hey, where do you live? In Lake Catbox. That'll act like a scoop, boy. If any moisture coming in, just go right over that island. Or skirt north. Depends on what this one's calling it. Yeah, no, nothing go up there. It has to come along that. That beam says, fuck you, take that line. And I watch this stuff. Over here in Dury, and that's a nasty looking line of storms going towards the Karachi Reggie Island over here. And then Poontang, Tanjung, Pinpang Pongville over there. We're not where the sarong was invented, because that would be very wrong to say that they invented the sarong. It looks like they blocked the moisture can come through the strait here next to Bali. There's a flow. It's coming right over. Geoengineering beam movement 101. Have a big heavy storm out to sea here. This one might be coming inland a bit. Yeah, I looked at the bombs earlier. There was a real nasty storm. It was coming across nipple ripple. 1, 2, 3. Long reaches frying. And I'm going to get toward where there's this one here was not looking good. When I get to the other side here, this one started turning. The Mount Store one that just looked briefly like a great big old bell end is going to spin when it gets to the outside of this radar. So we're going to be watch the path of this very closely. This one here north of Sapphire between Claremont and Capella is going to spin. So watch for hail and sudden downpours from that. You had a nasty lines coming toward the coast finally here. I've been waiting for it to happen. Happening. As it dying over the Maryborough Market. Now, Rod, it's right over your house, mate. Boom, boom. Alley's Creek, man. You as a pulsator go over the top of you. Boom, boom. Yep, Alley's Creek. You'll be one buzzing angel out there, that's for sure. Boom, boom. Boom. Mundabababura. Gaindai. Over Gaindai's got a very rainbowy signal in the sky. If a rainbow appeared over Gaindai, I would not be surprised. It's probably been ordered. You will appear here. Yeah, pilot to Camp Bombardier. Very serious storm here rolling up here north of Wandoin right now. And it's going across that area there where it's not showing any towns or roads. Well, I imagine there's some towns and roads. Or is that just the bush? You're going to have a very wet bush full of electrical discharges. You know, pulsations, rumbling, thundering. Not quite sure electric torque brush. Oh, we got another one dancing along here through the mountains. They must have turned the resolution down on the radar. We had a couple lightning bolts going over here near Warren. Oh, what's going on here, Yeovil? Yours is just passed over there to Kumkak. Molongo. Moloch getting a little bit over there. Suicidal over there. Getting some bloomings over there in Orange. What was the name of that town? Parks. Is that where the big dish is? Yeah, there's nothing there to fry your ass. Bzzz. Boy, does they get us a big dish fryer over there. You make the satellite dish on your home look just a little bit small. Hello, Neil and Buzz. I am lying to you today from the White House. Or the White Room. What we got here, Canberra? Well, a little bit of rumbler action coming in towards y'all. Having it. But it's Easter weekend. There's no politicians there. It's not the best day to go scream at them when they're not home. So you go see them at their houses. You know, they're representatives, and they sign things that came and visited your house, like geoengineering. Not very cool there. Yeah, Ballarat. Look at the storm pulsating your way. Boom, 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 boom. The men in the High Castlemaine headed your way. Boom. Hooked right along the highway, and it did a curveball, and it's going to join that tendril there and give you a little rock'em sock'em from the electro robots up there in the sky. They're booming and a pluming, remotely controlled, contaminating craft. Calling controllers of banging craft. Would you please just stop it? It's Easter fucking weekend, man. Don't kill the Easter bunny, man. You don't want no melted fried up eggs, man. I like my salt chocolate to have some integrity left into it. The only time I don't is when it's a sauce on an ice cream or melted and poured on various other objects of deliciousness. Yes, and this is not a very delicious sky. And life should be a bit delicious. And well, this gives me a sourpuss. Imagine making quite a few pussies sour. You know, the cat that goes outside don't like to get wet. Or moist. Well, cats don't mind being moist, because they lick themselves. That's what I think about that. And what else we got going on over here? Should I check and even see if I've got a film running? Hey, that's not bad at all. Good to have you back. Thank you very much, Paulette. Robert's going back. Boom, 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 boom. Cammy, go blast. My anaconda don't want none of your chem bombs, son. Booming along, booming along, booming along. Booming along, pushing a log. Making shit-stained skies for Sanchez and you and I was at there. Boom, 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 boom. Geez, look like part of the Hebrew alphabet just went by there. It did. Go look. We got a number 3 here. Is this in honor of Earnhardt? Yeah, I miss you, Dale, but I'm not quite this. I don't think you'd appreciate this being done over fish. As we do 10-minute jumps over here and watch the descending of the craziness and devilishness over Tasmania itself. When the devil came down to Tassie, he was looking for some air to steal. Prophets were way behind. And you're part of their deal. They're counting on you to go along with whatever they tell you. Have a mask, have a disc, have a digital currency, have a fracked up world. Have it. Have a frog staring at you from the toilet. Yeah, Rach, I had that happen to me in Queensland too. It was very startling. Or startling, I should say, because mine happened after I was done. The locals know to check before they go. I didn't. And what we got here is the symbol of the Zodiac murderer. No, it's a chem bomb deployment. Boom, boom, boom! Go to plumes over Tassie. Did I wake you up? Do you hear me yet? Are you feeling me, or do you want me to give you the feels now? You ready for the feels? You know how many people have been murdered this year by geoengineering that around this map right here? Right now. Over 4,000 people in the northern rivers. Their numbers all went unreported. Way underreported. Thousands and thousands and thousands of people have died where I'm putting my arrow here this year. Since the first of the year. Don't be one of them. Don't add to that number, please. It'll break my heart. You know what shames the most is these bureau morons are so worried about saying they got something wrong that they won't say that they suspect and see something on a model that I clearly show you. And yeah, I'm very good at reading pressures from beyond what the models are. That's just understanding the processes of weather. And as I look at totals like this, you know they have access to this. It's just 3 clicks away. I paid 20 clams to get access to this premium so I could see this. They could pay $20 to make you safe. But they ask you for millions for fucking radars and shit. And what are those radars doing? They're manipulating your weather. They're causing heated outflows and stuff that are actually preventing naturalness from occurring in nature. And these flows are actually aimed at places to cause the most harm possible, it seems, aimed at agendas. And no wonder the weather people can't even get half a forecast right anymore. Because they don't understand what's going on. And they're so scared to get something wrong that they won't do the right fucking thing and show you what's going on. They won't show you what they see. And that is very, very sad when they won't show you what they see. Have you been properly warned, Nelson? Hey, your Easter is fucked. Well, I just have. Oh, I can't take another minute of this. As I'm looking at the destruction of this coast, is many, many more days away beyond that. Yours round, I believe, and not too far after that. So let's go ahead and bite the bullet here, and I'm going to show you there's next. Right. And now here's the fuckery of this coast, and this is going to be a full-on winded-up steamer. Watch these pressures on this drop when she gets around this corner. Watch it drop. I am so sick of geoengineering. Many years I've been screaming that the color's on. I just want one time to go outside and scream that the color's over. It's over. We brought to justice and hung higher than Haman this year in the name of their wantons, in the name of their grabbings, in the name of their havings. And as I look at this devastating amount of water coming with a terrible low scheduled nearly at high tide. We checked that the other day. I'm not 100% sure at this moment what high tide will be there at that time of day. On Thursday, my time at 8 o'clock at night will be about 3 in the afternoon on Friday the 14th. Right around there. Wind-wise, you're talking a full Category 1 if it was a hurricane. Yeah. And as it squashes against the shoreline, that wind will rise as it pinches the eye to a close. As some of these winds I am expecting to go over 100 miles an hour as it comes ashore. This is going to be a killer if you don't pay attention to what the fuck is going on. And what's going on is your weather is totally been taken over by what's been going beyond the military-industrial complex. It's gone into a goddamn psychopathic ego complex beyond which even the superego is sitting back going, oh my God, this is out of control. And they're calling for a quick dissipation of the winds, but the water's coming, and it's coming hard, it's coming fierce, and it's coming deadly. I hate forecasts like this. You have been warned. In the words of that guy in The Mandalorian, I have spoken.